LNG TV, the official media partner for the World LNG Summit Awards 2021.
Well, I'm delighted now to be joined by Roxana Caliminte, the Deputy Secretary General for the Gas Infrastructure Europe. And for those that don't know what that is, please explain more. What is Gas Infrastructure Europe?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to discuss today, because this is actually a sector that will make energy transition happen. So we are based in Brussels. We are the Association of the Gas Infrastructure Operators in Europe, as the name says. So that includes operators of pipelines, underground gas storage, and LNG terminals. We represent 70 members from 26 European countries, and their vision is that by 2050, so the deadline of achieving climate neutrality, they will be the backbone of the new decarbonized energy system. So we are ready for that, working so much with new technologies, new innovations. We are taking things step by step, but we are ready and we are actually embracing the changes that are coming.
Gas is obviously an important part of Europe's energy mix. Can you see a scenario where that might not be the case?
I cannot see any scenarios when gas will not have a place, because there are so many sectors where electrification is not an option. For example, if you want to make a car right now, you will need steel. Steel cannot be produced with electricity. So we will need to decarbonize the processes, the production processes of these heavy, intensive industries, like steel, like aluminium, or refineries, glass. They are very energy intensive. So gas is the option for me there. That is absolutely no discussion.
And do you see, therefore, or what do you see as the future for LNG in Europe?
More LNG, the more the merrier, because we are going to need that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because LNG imports will be needed to decarbonize those parts of the sectors, for example, transport, which is also going to go through an energy transition. And LNG, for some of those parts, like shipping, heavy-duty vehicles, long haul, is the best option. It is available, it is affordable, and it can also make the transition to bio-LNG and synthetic LNG, which are climate neutral. So more LNG, that's for sure, because not only for decarbonizing these sectors, but as well for security of supply. This is where we will need to also have the asset per se, in order to stabilize a more and more volatile energy system.
And regarding decarbonisation, it's moved from being an important factor to now being essential. What are some of the things that need to be done, or what are your members doing regarding decarbonisation, and what can be improved on it?
So we are moving towards an energy system that will be based mainly on renewables. And renewables are variable. So we will need lots of energy storage. This is where we come in. And in particular, we will need long-term seasonal storage. And for that, hydrogen, for example, is one of the best solutions that can provide this long-term seasonal storage. So our operators, the underground gas storage operators, are investing so much into upgrading their underground gas storage into for future options where hydrogen will be there in the underground, so no longer natural gas. This is an asset that Europe especially has, because we look at China. China is now obliged to dig into the ground right now and build underground gas storage. So our members are putting a lot of emphasis on the underground gas storage. As well, we are looking into the pipelines. So blending there is a very good option in the energy transition, where the volumes of hydrogen are not high enough. But they are also repurposing and retrofitting the existing infrastructure where, for example, in the Netherlands, they are going to have empty pipelines. So they are going to need to fill them up with hydrogen. But maybe because we are at the LNG Summit, World LNG Summit, what is going to be the future of LNG terminals in Europe? And I think here I would really like to congratulate the LNG terminals because they acknowledge the challenge, they recognize it, they act on it, and they immediately provided pragmatic and concrete solutions to decarbonize. And that could be with many renewable and low carbon gases like hydrogen. For example, Portugal has recently agreed to ship green hydrogen to Germany and to the Netherlands, and Germany has already had very intensive discussions with Morocco to ship that hydrogen from North Africa. A lot of things are happening, and I think there is something that we have to be very clear and honest with each other, is that we are going to rely and depend on each other's renewable energy sources in a very different way than what we've seen before. So we just need to grasp the opportunity and really embrace it.
And what do you see for 2022? What are your big hopes?
Actually, just to continue what we started, because it requires consistency. There will be new decisions made on taxation, on taxonomy. So the European Commission is going to decide which is the best fuel to go in the future. So if you are not in these taxonomy definitions, you will not exist in the future. And I think for the short term, we need to make sure that natural gas is in this delegated act of the taxonomy, because winter is coming and gas is going to keep us warm in the next decade and more. So continuing with innovations, but also take it step by step and really let the market decide what's the best way to decarbonize for those regions where the switch from coal to gas is an option, or some other regions which are super progressive, like Denmark or the Netherlands. Let them be. But just let's take it into pieces, because there is no one size fits all.
Well, Roxana, thank you so much for finding some time to come and talk to us here at the World LNG Summit. Good luck for 2022.
Thank you very much.